improving the lives of more than 110,000 individuals with lifelong, self-sustaining practices.
A total economic impact of over $65 million just this year.
A proven process that for the last 18 months has promoted and maintained peace in a former communist-held territory.
97% of our farm school teachers and 80% of our farmers are women, leading to a production increase of more than 30%.
An impactful response to the COVID-19 pandemic, delivering over 33,000 pounds of fresh produce to more than 20,000 people in need, while helping farmers keep an income.
This successful model of farmers helping themselves has expanded to 3 additional countries in the last 12 months, totaling 5 countries.
Aloha! We are Rice Up, an agri-solutions business that empowers farmers through self-reliance and entrepreneurship education.
Since 2017, we began with only 50 farmers and has now expanded to 41,200 farmers in 5 countries. Our modern farmer faces unique challenges. Some of these challenges are decreased productivity, business illiteracy, capital debt, inability to control pricing, and lack of access to market. Rise Up enables farmers to solve these challenges on their own. Our journey began in the Philippines, where the Rise Up model was developed. Our model consists of 3 components: our farm schools, low-interest loans, and the farmer cooperatives.
The Rice Up Farm School is a 12-week course where graduates leave with the tools to run a profitable business, take out low-interest loans, and directly access the market through their local co-ops. This year, we have had 915 graduates, with 4,510 farmers currently enrolled in the program. In the last 12 months, we have grown from operating farm schools in 30 to 93 farm schools. That's 63 new locations just this year. Our graduates are 80% women and 40% are under age 26. Rice Up is a collection of many inspiring individual stories. Let us introduce Imelda. Prior to Rice Up, her income was only $90 a month. In 2019, after graduating from the Rice Up Farm School, her income increased to over $500 a month. Now she is one of our farm school teachers. Imelda has diversified her crops and started an online store selling more than 100 items. Our school has received its first level of government-approved accreditation. This month we will receive the second level, allowing us to receive $240 from the government for each farmer that graduates. This will bring in an additional annual revenue of $270,000, contributing to our growth and sustainability. The average age of a Filipino farmer is 57. In the last 12 months, Rice Up farmers' average age has dropped to 43 because youth have become more engaged in agriculture. This year, 1,050 youth have graduated from the farm school and 22 are receiving Rice Up funded scholarships to study agriculture in college. To further encourage youth participation, this year we wrote 2 bills that are being sponsored by the Majority Whip Mikey Arroyo in the Philippine Congress. These bills will institutionalize entrepreneurship and agriculture education to over 16 million school-aged children.
The Rice Up Farmer Co-ops have improved farmers' ability to influence their own prices, accessing markets never thought possible, and gaining access to microloans through our partner, Cropital. We negotiated loans from 15% to now less than 1% interest per month, collectively saving farmers over $150,000 this year. This new access to capital enables co-op farmers to save more and invest in innovative business technology. For example, in August 2019, our farmers were the first to use drone technology, reducing planting time from 8 hours to only 20 minutes per hectare. Rice Up co-ops help farmers gain greater market access by reducing the traditional supply chain from 7 steps to only 2. One way we do this is through the Transfarm app, a tech platform that we developed this year. RiceUp negotiates with manufacturers and restaurant chains to help the co-ops expand to larger markets for their goods. This year, we helped our co-ops generate $905,000 in revenue, while creating over $56,000 for RiceUp. We have helped farmers form 18 new co-ops, bringing the total to 30. The RiceUp model has seen the average income of graduates increase from $71 to over $590 a month. In US terms, that's like going from earning $1,300 to more than $6,000 a month. We have literally seen farming families rise from below the poverty line into the middle class.
Last year, we expanded RiceUp to Davao City, where for over 40 years, the region has been affected by communist rebellions. We partnered with the government agency Peace 911 and opened a farm school, addressing the root of the rebellions by educating farmers and encouraging economic growth. 411 new businesses and 945 new jobs have been created. Ariston, a former communist insurgent, lived in poverty fighting against the Philippine government. This year, after graduating from our program, Ariston has become self-sufficient through farming and is now one of our farm school teachers. He is amongst the 72,500 people who have been lifted out of poverty in a former conflict area. Through eco-farming education in Davao, farmers have reduced carbon emissions by 250 tons and reduced water usage by 30%. By collecting food waste from the city, we have produced over 30 tons of organic fertilizer, which are used to produce vegetables supplied back to the city, creating a sustainable agriculture cycle. To further economic growth, this year we opened up our own RiceUp Cacao Training Center in Davao, teaching farmers how to process cacao beans independently. In taking control of more supply chain areas, they earn 25% more profit. Farmers have applied this same principle to other high-value crops, such as bananas, mangoes, and coconuts. Before RiceUp, the economic output of the Davao area was 6.8 million in 2017. Our impact last year increased it to 32.9 million. And this year, the Davao government has reported that because of RiceUp's involvement, economic growth is now over $65 million. RiceUp acts as the engine to maintain peace in Davao. In the last 18 months, for the first time in over 40 years, there have been no recorded deaths due to insurgencies.
Very innovative farming techniques that have dramatically changed the lives of many. With the RiceUp team, we have not had one recorded insurgent death. The economic engine that RiceUp provides, it is critical to keep peace sustained.
Last year, we took RiceUp to my home country, Cambodia. In the last 12 months, 120 farmers have graduated from our 3 farm schools, and 2 new co-ops have been formed. Oh, and one of them consists entirely of women. Modeling the Philippines RiceUp, we've changed the lives of over 600 Cambodians, and we've only just begun.
This year, we begin our expansion to Vietnam. We partner with our local government to open 2 new farm schools in Ninh Thuận province, training farmers in salt, garlic, and grapes production. Our first graduation will be in August of this year, with 180 farmers graduating.
In March, we started our Samoa RiceUp project called Tulai, which is the Samoan word for RiceUp. We are already working with Tai Matatumua from the Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries in Samoa to implement the RiceUp model for both our coconut and taro industries. 12 farmers have already signed up, with 45 waiting to join our first farm school.
Last November, we began the process of launching RiceUp here in Guatemala. We conducted a needs assessment to gather information. We are working with over 40 Guatemalan farmers focusing on cardamom spice production, and we are opening our first farm school this October.
The Philippines has recently faced logistical food problems due to COVID-19. More than 250 of our farmers responded to this challenge by supplying local government and relief organizations with over 33,000 pounds of rice and fresh produce. The pandemic has hit healthcare and agriculture industries the hardest. People have had very limited access to fresh produce and food. Instead of closing doors, RiceUp took on the global crisis through unified entrepreneurial action, facilitating an online platform where people could order produce. Through sponsorship with the Bank of the Philippine Islands Foundation, we have provided relief to over 20,000 individuals. Before the pandemic, we helped rural populations by supporting farm school graduates in building over 36 communal gardens. In the midst of this crisis, these gardens have provided food for an additional 5,000 individuals.
In summary, this year, we empowered 41,200 farmers. In local communities, we helped create 945 jobs and $65 million of economic impact. In the last 12 months, we have raised 72,500 people from below the poverty line into the middle class. At our core, RiceUp is about empowering the individual farmers. Our model has been proven to guide people from poverty to prosperity. We invite you to look at our commitment, our progress, and our results. We invite you to join the momentum of our global cause.